Hey guys, how's it going? Film Attackers here, and today I got back from a midnight screening of New Mutants, and I want to go ahead and tell you guys what my hype was about the movie. When it first was announced and the trailer was revealed in 2018, I was super stoked. I remember freaking about it on Stardust. This horror movie esque X-Men film. Something new. Something fresh in like Marvel's lineup. This was out of this, to me, like a horror movie in the Marvel universe would be a fantastic idea. And seeing New Mutants being advertised, I was ecstatic. But then the delays started happening. It got delayed again and again and again and again and again. It was delayed for 2.5 fucking years. But you know, I was still had hope. But after all the delays, I started losing interest and I moved on until recently. I think like 2 months ago, it was announced that you know, today would have been the release date. So here we are. And I gotta say, after watching the movie, it was okay. Um, I'm a little bit disappointed, and I'm gonna go over why I'm disappointed. First, I want to go over the pros. Start off with a good note. The acting in it is amazing. They got a full stellar cast in this movie. They all know their roles. They took the script and just worked with it, and it's to me it's just amazing like what these actors can do. They completely, especially with one actor. I don't want to say his like I don't want to like, get his name wrong, but the actor who played Jonathan Byers of Stranger Things. I thought when I watched this movie, all I would see is Jonathan Byers from Stranger Things, but no, he completely got into a different character. I didn't think of Stranger Things not once, besides saying, "Hey, that's the guy from Stranger Things," the actor. But in terms of his character was probably the best in terms of character development. Another pro for me is the effects. There are some CGI scenes in this movie that are haunting. This movie does have some creepy ass scenes. And when they use CGI for the creepiness, like for the creepy stuff in the movie, it's haunting. It's really well done. Like that, to me, there's like maybe one scene that has some iffy CGI, but other than that, all the rest of the CGI, 99% of the CGI fits well with the movie. Um, I will say the writing for the movie, the script is strong and solid. There's not at all, anything I would really complain about in terms of the script. Um, but this is where we get to the cons. The pacing. Going into this movie, I thought for sure this would be a 100% legit horror movie, and I was excited for that. Going into this movie is 50% horror, 50% action. I was hoping for maybe 80% horror and 20% action because this movie is marketed as a horror movie. But only the first half of the movie is a legit horror film, and after that, it goes straight into action. And I know there's some people who are going to say that's a good thing. This is just my opinion. I would have loved a more horror-esque movie. Now, when it does get into horror, holy shit, it is effective. The horror scenes in this movie will creep you the hell out. But the action scenes are things that we've seen a million times before. And that's the problem. The movie is trying to be something new and unique, but it just feels like the same old that we've been getting. I get what they were going for. I get what the director was trying to go for. But to me, it kind of failed in that aspect of trying to be something new. But I will say this, but when it does get to, like, when it's horror, that's when the movie is at its strongest. That is when the movie is what it was advertised as. And like I said, when the scenes are creepy, when it's in the horror realm, this movie this movie is amazing. For the first half of the movie, I was ready to put this in my top movies of the year. That's how good the first half is. When it's in the horror section of the movie, that's when the movie is like at its strongest. But then once it goes into action, it's like we've seen this. I was hoping for more horror. I was hoping for more intensity, but I mean, that might be a pro for some, but for me, that's a con. Character development barely. non-existent, except for maybe with two characters. The rest of the characters are kind of generic and stereotypical in pocket type characters. Like they don't do nothing with them. So the characterization of this movie, with the writing with some of the characters, is kind of weak. I did put the writing in the strong area. I would say the writing is kind of in the middle. It's mixed. Some of it's good, some of it's bad. I'll move it to mixed. It's a mixed bag because what they do with some of the characters is just they don't do really anything with them. They're not unique. They're no except for the exception of two characters. None of like most of them are forgettable, and that's the problem. I was hoping for more unique and interesting characters, but they barely gave them arcs. They barely gave them any character development. It's just one note for those characters the entire movie, and that's not a good thing. The cinematography to me gets kind of repetitive. I was hoping there is some unique shots in the movie, but I mean, again, it's just the same old in that department. I was hoping for more unique and experimental shots since this was going to be a unique and experimental Marvel X-Men movie, but we didn't kind of get that. We got some, there were some shots that are gorgeous, but most of them are just meh. Overall, New Mutants to me was a major disappointment. I did not, and I sort of enjoyed it, sort of didn't. For that reason, I'm going to give it a 3 out of 5. It's an okay movie. It's not good, it's not great, nor is it bad or horrible. It's just, to me, this is a movie that's just okay. You may like it more than I did, but personally, the movie to me just kind of let me down in certain aspects. So, yes, I'm going to stick with my original score with 3 out of 5. I hope you guys enjoyed this review. If you liked it enough, subscribe, leave a like, comment down below what your thoughts were on New Mutants, and yeah, I'll talk to you guys next time.